Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins Collection, where we explore the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we've got something truly exciting to share with you, something that could have you looking at your pocket change in a whole new light. We're talking about the United States $1 dime from 2008, a coin that may seem like just another dime, but it could actually be worth far more than you might imagine. Stick with us until the end of the video, because we're about to reveal how much this dime could be worth today. You won't want to miss it. Let's take a moment to understand the United States $1 dime from 2008. The dime, with its 10-cent face value, has been part of U.S. currency for more than 2 centuries, and it's known for being one of the smallest coins in circulation. The 2008 dime is part of the ongoing series that honors Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's portrait has graced the dime since 1946, a tribute to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The 2008 dime was minted as part of the regular coinage for that year. While millions of these coins were made and circulated throughout the country, not all of them are worth just 10 cents. In fact, due to minting errors and unique characteristics, some 2008 dimes are highly sought after and could be worth thousands of dollars to collectors. That's right, this coin, which you might overlook in your change, could be hiding some serious value. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 2008 dime. On the obverse, front, side, you'll find Franklin D. Roosevelt's iconic portrait. Roosevelt is shown in profile, symbolizing the strength, resilience, and leadership he exhibited during one of America's most challenging times. The word liberty is inscribed above his portrait, and the date 2008 along with the motto, "In God We Trust," are also featured. On the reverse, back, side of the dime, you'll find the traditional symbols representing liberty, peace, and strength. There's a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, all elements that reflect the core values of the United States. The torch represents freedom, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and stability. While the design is well known and familiar to most, the real value of the 2008 dime comes from a few rare minting errors that can turn an ordinary dime into a rare and highly valuable collector's item. So, what makes the 2008 dime so special? It's not just the design, it's the rarity and the minting errors that make certain 2008 dimes worth far more than face value. The U.S. Mint produces millions of coins every year, but every so often, a mistake occurs during the minting process. These minting errors are what collectors are after, and they can turn a regular dime into something worth thousands of dollars. One of the most valuable errors found on the 2008 dime is the double die error. This happens when the coin die is misaligned or struck multiple times, resulting in a blurry or doubled image. On a 2008 dime, you might notice the date, Liberty inscription, or even Roosevelt's portrait appearing doubled or shifted. These errors are highly collectible and can make a dime worth much more than you'd expect. Another error that collectors look for is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not aligned properly during the minting process, causing the design to shift off the center of the coin. If you find a 2008 dime with an off-center strike, it's considered a rare find, and these coins are highly sought after by collectors looking to add unique pieces to their collections. In addition to double die errors and off-center strikes, there are other minting flaws that can make the 2008 dime stand out. For example, some 2008 dimes have been found with die cracks, small cracks that form in the die used to stamp the coin. These cracks can cause additional lines or imperfections on the coin, which make them unique and desirable. Another possible error that makes the 2008 dime valuable is a clipped planchet. This occurs when the metal blank used to make the coin is improperly cut, resulting in a coin with part of the design missing. These clipped planchets are rare and make for a one-of-a-kind coin, highly prized by collectors. It's these rarities and minting mistakes that make certain 2008 dimes worth so much more than their face value. These unique features add character and history to each coin, which is why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. If you happen to have a 2008 US dime in uncirculated condition, or, better yet, if it has a double die error, off-center strike, or any other rare minting flaw, you could be holding a coin worth an incredible $19,000. Yes, you heard that right, $19,000 for just a single 2008 dime. It's unbelievable to think that a coin worth only 10 cents could be worth thousands of dollars, but that's the magic of rare minting errors. A small mistake during production can make a huge difference in a coin's value. So, the next time you find a 2008 dime, be sure to take a moment to inspect it carefully. You might just have a rare find on your hands that could be worth a small fortune, so, there you have it. A 2008 dime could be worth as much as $19,000 if it has the right minting error. It just goes to show that sometimes the most unassuming coins can be hiding serious value. Always take the time to inspect your change, you never know when you might come across a hidden treasure. Today, we have something truly special to share with you, a United States $1 dime from 2016 that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. That's right, this humble little dime, which might seem like just another piece of pocket change, could actually be a hidden treasure. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at just how much this 2016 dime could fetch on the collector's market. Let's get started. First, let's take a step back and explore the history of the 2016 dime. As you probably know, the dime is one of the smallest coins in circulation in the US, but it carries a lot of history. The $1 dime has been in circulation for over 200 years, and since 1946, the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt has graced the obverse front of the coin. Roosevelt, who served as president during the Great Depression and World War II, is remembered for his leadership, and his image on the dime symbolizes the enduring strength of the American spirit. Now, the 2016 dime is part of the regular coinage minted by the United States Mint. While many of these coins circulated normally, some 2016 dimes ended up having minting errors that make them incredibly valuable to collectors today. These errors can transform an ordinary dime into a rare gem, and it's these rarities that we're going to explore in this video. You may be surprised to learn just how much a 2016 dime could be worth if you happen to have one with a unique flaw. Let's take a quick look at the design of the 2016 dime. On the obverse, you'll find Franklin D. Roosevelt's profile, a well-known image that has been on the dime for nearly 70 years. The inscription, Liberty, is engraved above Roosevelt's portrait, and beneath it are the words, "In God We Trust," along with the date 2016. This design is symbolic of Roosevelt's legacy and the strength of the country he led through some of its most challenging times. On the reverse of the dime, we find the iconic symbols of liberty, peace, and strength, represented by a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. These symbols have been a part of the dime's design since it was first struck in 1946, and they continue to represent the core values of the United States. But as beautiful and symbolic as the design is, the true value of the 2016 dime comes from certain minting errors that can make it worth far more than its face value. So, why is the 2016 dime so special? It all comes down to the rarity of certain coins from this year, particularly those with minting errors. While millions of dimes were struck in 2016, only a small percentage of them experienced errors during the minting process. These errors make the coins much more valuable to collectors, who are always on the lookout for rare and unique pieces to add to their collections. One of the most valuable errors you can find on the 2016 dime is the double die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, causing parts of the design to appear doubled or blurry. This can happen on Roosevelt's portrait, the date, or even the words like Liberty. These doubled images are easily recognizable and are highly sought after by collectors because they represent a rare minting mistake. Another valuable error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to shift off-center. These off-center dimes are instantly recognizable and add a unique element to the coin, making them much more appealing to collectors looking for something truly special. In addition to the double die errors and off-center strikes, some 2016 dimes have other interesting minting flaws that can increase their value. For example, die cracks can occur when the die used to strike the coin starts to break or wear down. These cracks leave lines or impressions on the coin, making it unique. Additionally, clipped planchets, where the metal used to make the coin is improperly cut, are another type of error that can make a 2016 dime incredibly valuable. A clipped planchet can cause part of the coin's design to be missing, making it one of a kind. These error coins are always in demand, as collectors seek out these rare and unusual pieces. All these minting errors and unique features add to the allure of the 2016 dime, making it one of the most coveted dimes for collectors today. Now, let's get to the exciting part, the value of the 2016 US dime. If you happen to have a 2016 dime in uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a minting error like a double die or an off-center strike, you could be holding a coin worth a staggering $19,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $19,000 for just a single 2016 dime. It's truly amazing to think that a coin with a face value of only 10 cents could be worth thousands of dollars simply because of a rare minting mistake. That's the beauty of coin collecting. Sometimes, the smallest errors can result in the highest rewards. Can you believe it? A single 2016 dime worth $19,000? It's incredible to think how much value can be hidden in a seemingly ordinary coin. So, the next time you come across a 2016 dime, make sure to take a moment to check it over carefully. You might just have a rare treasure on your hands. Today, we've got a special treat for you, a coin that might seem small but could be worth a small fortune. Yes, we're talking about the United States $1 dime from 2014. This 10-cent coin might not look like much at first glance, but trust us, if you find one with the right characteristics, you could be sitting on a real treasure. Stick around to the end of the video to discover exactly how much a 2014 dime could be worth. You're not going to want to miss this. Let's take a closer look at the 2014 dime and its place in U.S. coinage. The dime is one of the most recognized coins in American currency, valued at just 10 cents. First minted in 1796, the dime has undergone several changes throughout history. However, since 1946, the obverse side of the dime has featured the likeness of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's image on the dime was chosen to honor his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and it's a design that's been used for decades. The 2014 dime was part of the regular circulation for that year, with millions of these coins struck by the United States Mint. While most of these dimes circulated in everyday transactions and are worth just 10 cents today, certain 2014 dimes feature minting errors that make them highly valuable to collectors. It's these rare errors that can turn a simple dime into a coin worth thousands of dollars. Let's take a quick look at the design of the 2014 dime. On the obverse side, you'll find the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the famous president who led the U.S. through the Great Depression and most of World War II. The Liberty inscription appears above his portrait, along with the motto, "In God We Trust." Below Roosevelt's image is the date 2014, which tells us exactly when this particular dime was minted. On the reverse, we have a familiar design that symbolizes the core values of the United States. It shows a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, representing freedom, peace, and strength, respectively. These symbols have been part of the dime's design since it was first introduced in 1946, and they continue to be a powerful representation of American ideals. While the design is classic and symbolic, the true story behind the 2014 dime is all about the rarities and minting errors that some of these coins possess. It's these special features that can make the 2014 dime far more valuable than you'd think. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2014 dime so special and valuable. The United States Mint produces billions of coins every year, but as we all know, not every coin is made perfectly. Some coins slip through the cracks with minting errors, and those are the ones that collectors are after. These minting errors are incredibly rare, and they can significantly increase the value of a coin. One of the most sought-after errors on the 2014 dime is the double die error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned or struck multiple times, resulting in double images on the coin. On a 2014 dime, you might notice the date or even Roosevelt's portrait appearing doubled or blurry. Collectors love these double die errors because they are a mistake that adds rarity and intrigue to the coin. A dime with this error can be worth far more than just 10 cents. Another valuable error that can be found on the 2014 dime is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin isn't properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to shift off-center. If you find a 2014 dime with an off-center strike, it will have part of the design missing, making it a unique piece. These off-center dimes are extremely rare and are highly prized by collectors, as they're considered one-of-a-kind. In addition to the double die error and off-center strikes, there are other minting flaws that can make the 2014 dime even more valuable. One such error is the clipped planchet. This occurs when the metal blank used to make the coin is not properly cut before being struck, resulting in part of the coin's design being missing or misaligned. These clipped planchet dimes are extremely rare and make for highly collectible pieces. Another flaw that collectors look for is die cracks. These happen when the die used to strike the coin begins to crack or deteriorate, leaving noticeable lines or imperfections on the surface of the coin. These die cracks are a fascinating part of a coin's history and can significantly increase its value, as they're considered unique to each coin. All of these minting errors and flaws make the 2014 dime an interesting and valuable coin to collectors. A simple mistake during the minting process can result in a coin worth far more than its original value. So, now for the big reveal: how much is a 2014 dime really worth? If you happen to have a 2014 dime in uncirculated condition, or even better, if it has a double die error, off-center strike, or another rare minting error, you could be holding onto a coin worth an incredible $21,000. Yes, that's right. $21,000 for just a 2014 dime. It's truly amazing to think that a coin with a face value of only 10 cents could be worth thousands of dollars simply because of a rare minting error. Whether it's a double die, off-center strike, or another rare flaw, these dimes are highly sought after and can be worth a small fortune. Can you believe it? A 2014 dime worth $21,000? It's incredible to think that something so small and seemingly ordinary could hold such value. So, if you have any old coins lying around or if you happen to find a 2014 dime in your change, make sure to check it carefully for any minting errors. You could be holding a rare treasure. Today, we're going to talk about something that might make you rethink the value of your pocket change, specifically, the United States $1 dime from 1991. It's a coin that, at first glance, seems like just another dime. But, as we'll reveal in today's video, this little 10-cent coin could be worth a small fortune, $31,000, in fact. Stick around, because we're about to show you how this dime could be one of the most valuable coins in your collection. Let's get started. To understand the significance of the 1991 dime, we need to take a quick look at the history behind this iconic coin. The dime, worth just 10 cents, has been part of U.S. currency for over 2 centuries, and it has seen several designs throughout its long history. Since 1946, the obverse side of the dime has featured the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who served through the Great Depression and World War II. The 1991 dime was minted as part of the regular U.S. coinage, circulating across the country as everyday change. But while millions of these dimes were produced and spent, not all of them are worth just 10 cents today. Some of the 1991 dimes contain minting errors that can make them highly valuable to coin collectors. These rare errors can turn an ordinary dime into a treasure worth thousands of dollars. Intrigued? Let's keep going now. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1991 dime. On the obverse, front, side, you'll see the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt. This design was chosen to honor Roosevelt's leadership during the difficult years of the Great Depression and World War II. Above his portrait, you'll find the word Liberty, with "In God We Trust" inscribed beneath it, along with the year 1991. On the reverse, back, side of the coin, you'll find the traditional design that symbolizes liberty and the values of the United States. The reverse features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. These symbols stand for freedom, peace, and strength, respectively, and have been part of the dime's design since 1946. While the design is rich with symbolism and history, it's the minting errors that can make the 1991 dime so valuable. But what kind of minting errors are we talking about? Well, let's dive into that next. The 1991 dime might seem like a standard coin, but some of these dimes are incredibly rare due to minting errors that occurred during production. The US Mint produces billions of coins each year, but occasionally, mistakes happen during the minting process, mistakes that can make a coin far more valuable than you'd expect. One of the most sought-after errors on the 1991 dime is the double die error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin becomes misaligned or is struck multiple times, causing the design to appear doubled or blurry. On a 1991 dime, you might notice the date, Liberty, or even Roosevelt's portrait appearing doubled or shifted. These double die errors are highly prized by collectors because they are a clear indication that the coin was struck in error, making it much rarer than the average dime. Another valuable error that can be found on the 1991 dime is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing the design to be shifted off-center. These dimes are easy to spot, and collectors love them because they are unique and cannot be replicated. An off-center 1991 dime can be worth far more than a regular dime due to its rarity and distinctive appearance. In addition to the double die and off-center strike errors, there are other features that can make the 1991 dime even more valuable. One such feature is a clipped planchet. This occurs when the metal blank used to create the coin is improperly cut before being struck. As a result, the coin may be missing part of its design or may have a noticeable clip along the edge. A clipped planchet dime is considered a rare find, and collectors will pay a premium for these unusual coins. Another feature that can make a 1991 dime more valuable is the presence of die cracks. Die cracks occur when the die used to mint the coins begins to wear down or break, leaving cracked lines on the surface of the coin. These die cracks are rare and add a unique aspect to the coin, making it more collectible. All of these minting errors and unique features make the 1991 dime an interesting and valuable coin for collectors. Even if you don't have one of these rare errors, simply owning a well-preserved or uncirculated 1991 dime could add to its worth. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. So, how much is a 1991 dime really worth? If you happen to find a 1991 dime in perfect condition, or if you get lucky with one that has a doubled die error, off-center strike, or another rare minting error, you could be holding onto a coin worth an incredible $31,000. Yes, that's right, $31,000 for just a single 1991 dime. It's unbelievable to think that a coin with a face value of only 10 cents could be worth thousands of dollars, but that's the beauty of coin collecting. A small minting mistake can turn a seemingly insignificant coin into a rare collector's item that could fetch a fortune. So, the next time you come across a 1991 dime, take a moment to inspect it carefully. You never know, you might be holding onto a coin that could be worth $31,000. Whether it's a double die error, an off-center strike, or a clipped planchet, a rare 1991 dime could be your ticket to a small fortune. Today, we're talking about a coin that might just surprise you, the United States $1 dime from 1977. This small, seemingly ordinary dime could actually be worth a small fortune if you know what to look for. Whether you have one of these dimes tucked away in a drawer or just came across it in your spare change, stick around to find out how this 10-cent coin could be worth thousands of dollars. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. First, let's take a look at the history of the 1977 dime. The dime, which has a face value of just 10 cents, has been an essential part of U.S. currency for over 2 centuries. However, the 1977 dime holds a special place in U.S. coinage history, as it was minted in the late 1970s, a decade marked by economic change and challenges. During the 1970s, the U.S. was experiencing inflation, which led to an increased demand for coins in everyday transactions. As part of the regular circulation, the 1977 dime continued to feature the likeness of Franklin D. Roosevelt, who has been on the dime since 1946. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, is widely remembered for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, which made him a fitting figure to grace the dime. But while millions of these coins were produced in 1977, what makes the 1977 dime so interesting and valuable today is that some of these coins were minted with error defects that could increase their worth exponentially. It's these rare minting errors that can transform an ordinary dime into something worth much more than its face value. Now, let's talk about the design of the 1977 dime. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the beloved president who led the nation through some of its darkest times. His image has been on the dime since 1946, and it continues to be a symbol of American resilience. Surrounding his portrait is the inscription "Liberty," with "In God We Trust" below it, along with the 1977 date. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see a familiar design that has represented freedom and peace since 1946. The reverse features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of the American values of liberty, peace, and strength. This classic design has been consistent for decades, but it's the minting errors on the 1977 dime that can make some of these coins particularly valuable. You might be thinking, what kind of error could possibly make a dime from 1977 worth thousands? Well, let's dive into that. While most of the 1977 dimes that were produced are worth only 10 cents today, there are rare errors that can significantly increase their value. The U.S. Mint produces billions of coins each year, but occasionally, a mistake happens during the minting process. When that happens, collectors take notice, as these errors are often rare and desirable. One of the most valuable errors that can be found on the 1977 dime is the double die error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned or improperly prepared, leading to doubled images on the coin. On a 1977 dime, you might notice double strikes on the date, the word "Liberty," or even on Roosevelt's portrait. These double die errors are highly sought after by collectors because they are unique, and they are often worth much more than a regular dime. Another sought-after error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't aligned properly during the minting process, causing the design to shift off-center. If you find a 1977 dime with an off-center strike, it will have part of the design missing or shifted, making it a rare find for collectors. These types of errors are prized because they create a unique, one-of-a-kind coin that stands out from regular dimes. In addition to the double die error and off-center strikes, there are other minting flaws that can make the 1977 dime even more valuable. For example, some coins might have clipped planchets, where the metal blank used to strike the coin was not properly cut before being struck. This can lead to missing or misaligned design elements, which can turn an ordinary coin into a highly collectible one. Another rare feature that can appear on the 1977 dime is die cracks. These occur when the die used to strike the coins begins to wear down or crack, leaving lines or imperfections on the coin. These die cracks can create distinctive marks that make the coin stand out among others, which is exactly what collectors are after. These minting errors and unique features all contribute to the increasing value of the 1977 dime in today's market. The more unusual or rare the flaw, the more valuable the coin becomes. If you've got one of these error coins in your collection, you might be sitting on a goldmine. So, how much is a 1977 dime really worth? Well, the value of a 1977 dime can vary depending on its condition and the rarity of any minting errors it may have. However, if you happen to have a 1977 dime with a double die error, an off-center strike, or another rare minting flaw, you could be holding onto a coin worth an astonishing $39,000. Yes, you heard that right, $39,000 for a single 1977 dime. It's incredible to think that something as small as a dime could be worth thousands of dollars, but that's the magic of coin collecting. Minting errors and rare variants can transform a simple coin into a highly coveted collector's item. Can you believe it? A 1977 dime worth $39,000? It just goes to show that sometimes, the smallest coins hold the biggest surprises. So, if you've got any 1977 dimes in your collection, or if you happen to find one in your change, be sure to inspect it carefully. You could be holding onto a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest discoveries. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting.